everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you wanted to join me today because today we're going to talk about 5 items that I did not expect to love or use as much as I ended up loving them and using them. Surprising essentials, let's call it that. This is like part 2 of a video about products. I take you guys through and talking about how essential or useful or necessary they are. And the first part of the video showed you 5 items that I think are useless. But this is not like a trashy, bashing, negative Nelly kind of channel. So whenever there's a negative video, there will automatically be a positive counterpart. Because otherwise, who am I? The first item that I ended up loving way more than I have any right to is bamboo cutlery. Because what's funny about bamboo cutlery is that on the surface it may seem as though they are unnecessary because you do have just normal stainless steel or silver cutlery and you can just use that, right? I've talked to several people on Instagram because they've asked me just this question, and to that I say, if that's enough, you can totally do that. Because buying bamboo cutlery just to have something that looks a little bit more on the go, I'm on a picnic, that vibe, then yeah, don't buy bamboo cutlery. But I found some really neat uses for bamboo cutlery. First of all, it's much easier when you travel. And if you are going on a plane, I mean, try not to, but if you're going on a plane, having bamboo cutlery is much easier because you won't seem like a psycho that's about to kill someone with a fork, right? But I also use my bamboo cutlery whenever I cook, because using your silver or stainless steel cutlery in cooking can be really hard on your kitchen utensils like pots and pans and whatnot, and using something made of wood instead is, I mean, a-okay. So I found several uses for these bamboo cutleries whenever I am in my kitchen. I use it when I'm making dough, I use it when I'm making stir fries, and in that way they have come in really handy. So yeah, it's very surprising, but I use bamboo cutlery every day in my kitchen. Happy girl. You don't, of course, you don't need to buy them from new. You can also just find wooden utensils in a thrift store, and if that's how you roll, please do that. So in the last video I talked about my stainless steel. I talked about my stainless steel lunchbox and how it was actually on my product you don't need list and on my surprising essentials list, because it's a weird product, you guys, because the reason why I hate it is because it's very expensive for a lunchbox, and thereby it sort of becomes the whole zero waste privileged aesthetic in a nutshell, and I don't want that because it makes zero waste seem unattainable unless you have like a lot of money to put into it, which is not the case at all. But the reason why I love this product is because I ended up using my stainless steel lunchbox every single day. I just made a week in my life video where I show you guys how I do zero waste in a week, and it has not 2 but 3 or 4 appearances in that video because it's such an essential product to me. I use the top tier, and I specifically only bring the top tier whenever I have to get takeout. You can also use the whole thing, but I mean, the top tier is perfect for French fries. It's just the exact right size. So I use my stainless steel lunchbox for takeout, and it's really good for that because there's really no leakage. So I like that about it. I also bring the top tier whenever I'm traveling because, again, takeout, and you don't want to go to a fancy restaurant every single day, and I can't afford to, so I bring that everywhere, and it has become this like overall one product can do absolutely everything, and for that I really love it. So item number 3 is a really big glass jar. I have tons of small glass jars, and those are also very handy and practical, but having a really don't know why I'm this into it. A really, really big glass jar can be extremely beneficial. I use it for like extra large smoothies and, you know, for juices. I store bread in it. I store granola in it. I bring it with me. It's such a nice thing to have a really, really big jar. That's what she said. But specific, 1 second. It's 10 o'clock, I believe it is. You're done? Yeah, but specifically for storing bread, because that can be really, really difficult whilst also trying to be zero waste, because it cannot have any oxygen in it. So a canvas bag doesn't really work unless it's just like one day you have to store it. So having a big glass jar that can actually hold loaves of bread or buns or whatnot is just Item number 4 is my zero waste lotion. I made my own like whipped body butter as one of the first things when I tried to experiment with homemade beauty products and makeup, and I have made that lotion ever since because it's amazing. It's one of those products again where you can use it for tons of different things, and finding those products in your life is really, really essential, because then you can sort of just keep using that and then you will automatically sort everything else aside. So I have my lotion and I use it in my hair as a conditioner. I use it just on my tips when they're dry. I use it on my face, on my body. I use it as a makeup remover. It's great, and I will of course leave the recipe down below if you are interested in making it. Last item is also an item that has been with me for quite some time. I think I got it in 2016 or something, so it's a 3-year-old item and I haven't replaced it at all. But it's my spork. I have this really, really neat spork, and you can fold it in half and it fits perfectly in my wallet, and I absolutely love it. And it's also one of those things that I take with me every time I travel. I have previously also been flying with it and I didn't have any issues whatsoever, because like the pointy things on the fork part of the spork are really, really small, so it passes as a spoon, I think. But it's so helpful, and I bring it with me whenever I am having ice cream as well, or whenever I have food that I need to get on the go. It's really, really good. It's one of those things that if you make a habit of having it in your purse, you're going to be using it constantly. So I didn't really know how much I was going to be using it, because I was like, well, if I need a fork or I need a spoon, I will just bring it from my kitchen and have it in my bag. But turns out that's not the kind of person I am, apparently. So having this spork in my purse at all times is a lifesaver. I hope that you guys liked this video and it gave you an idea of how you sort of can pick and choose between zero waste products and put together your own zero waste kit. As I said in the other video as well, having a one-size-fits-all universal zero-waste kit seems unattainable to me, because everyone's lives are different and everyone has different needs and preferences, and a zero-waste kit to you would seem different than what it is to me, I feel. So try to reflect upon this and try to put together your most essential zero-waste products, and don't try to give in to other kinds of appetizing and pretty aesthetics, because you know what you need best. Thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing day, and take good care of yourself. G out. Thank you so much for watching this video, and also a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys help me create green zero waste content, and I love you guys. You can find the links to my social media accounts down below and the link to my Patreon on this screen. Bye!